Alright.
Hello. Yun,
Wala
November
na.
15.
Wala na, wintang na. Wala
Wala
na, bro. Wala yung green wave. Naghintay pa ako hanggang 5 p.m. Hanggang oras ka dun sa Comelec?
I was there between 1 to 3. Ikaw?
Uy, naabutan mo si Parlade?
Hindi ko na. Naabutan ko si Eliazar. Tapos, hinintay ko hanggang kay Harry Roque. Nabasa-basa pa ako, umuulan kanina. So, pagkatapos ni Harry Roque,
3 p.m. Tama.
I left na after nung kay Harry Roque. So,
kamusta yung talk ni Harry Roque? Sorry.
I apologize. Nag-apologize ako for the whole biological sun issue. Kasi it went out of control naman. It was all in good fun naman. Tapos sabi niya, okay lang yun. Love lang. Gumanon siya.
Sabi niya talaga, love.
Saka naka-akbay pa. So parang, okay lang yan, anak.
Kasi tatakbo na siyang senador So, kailangan yung mga vloggers katulad mo Medyo big time.
Ang saya kanina. Kasi nung pagdating ko doon, di ba, meron akong naka-full Harry Roque outfit. Tapos,
ito ka na naman.
Placard. Di ba? Tapos, sakto, meron din doon na mga, tao na for Harry Roque mismo.
Really?
Yeah. Sa kanila na ako sumama. Sumisigaw kami, Harry Roque. It was fun. Kasi hindi na ako mag-isa, marami kami.
Trolling. White trolling tawag diyan, white trolling.
No, I support naman talaga. And
really? You support the Senate campaign?
Yeah, totoo 'yun. It looks like
lang siya sa UN
It looks like parang comedy and all, pero in all seriousness. Okay naman, he's included in my list. Yun na lang sabihin ko.
Wow, Magic 12 mo siya?
Yeah, kasama yan.
So, mamaya pag-usapan natin Magic 12 mo pag medyo lapit-lapit na ang race. Lumabas yung established survey ng senatorials, di ba?
Yeah.
Si Cheese Number 2 yata si Cheese?
Mataas. Idol Rafi, di ba? Hindi pa rin matinag even after all the controversies.
Parang good sa kanya yung controversy. I think
solid na talaga. May solid base na talaga. Talagang hindi na.
Even na yan. It's just a matter whether maging number 1 siya or hindi.
Yun na lang ang pinag-uusapan dyan.
So, sinong kalaban niya? Si Cheese, Cayetano, si Binay. Ang laki na akyat ni Binay.
Binay, taas.
Number 6 from 17, 18.
And who's number 10?
Sino?
Sino mo? Who's number 10?
Wait lang. Ilabas ko yung list. Sorry sa sobrang all. hindi ko na
before we go into that, tingnan mo, sino yung number 10?
Sige lang. Pag-usapan natin yan.
Akala ko nasa harap mo
Hindi bro, kasi iba yung nasa harap ko
Okay.
Huwag natin pag-usapan. Wait lang.
Check mo.
Mamaya. Hindi, kasi yung presidential actually yung tinitingnan ko to be honest.
Okay.
Medyo
Sorry, your reaction lang sa number 10.
Talaga ako sa presidential kasi yan, pag-usapan din natin in next episode. Hopefully, yung issue na yan after itong Squid Game PI. Meron ka list dyan? Paki-check. Sorry medyo wind down na ako.
Pero ang nakasama lang din dun sa Magic 12, si Robin Padilla.
Yun! Parang hindi. Sige. Naku, may tulfo ka na, may Robin Padilla ka pa.
Baka magbugbugan doon sa Senado, di ba?
Parang ayoko na pumunta sa Senado, pare. Baka mamaya nakakanto boys na yan.
Tingnan mo nga naman, di ba? Tingnan mo nga naman, parang paano lang nung una. May tsansa palang manalo.
Grabe. Ibang klase itong na to, Ibang klase.
Si Jinggoy, yan taas. Di ba? Si
Biglang
Jinggoy.
Nung
ka din magtataka, di ba? Si Jinggoy mas mataas kaysa kay JV.
Oo nga, parang si JV used to do better, di ba? Noong 2019 rin, he did better, di ba? Medyo almost.
Pero di ba, akala natin wala na yung Erap Magic, wala na yung.
Or even, honestly, even with Cheese, no? Okay, so ito na, okay na. Sorry, kasi purong presidential, vice presidential. Sorry, I'm not being elitist. I'm just saying, nagkakataon dun sa lahat, ang dami ko interview lahat noon. Kita ko sa about Senate. Everyone asks me about the president. So we have Rafi Tulfo at number 1 with 60%. Ang taas, grabe. Ang layo niya. Second, distant second, Cheese, 51%. Yan, si Cayetano ulit. So as I suspected, Cayetano is still there. So statistically tied sila actually. I mean, they're almost the same. Lauren Legarda, okay. Lauren is also there in the mix.
Wala pa siya masyadong ginagawa niyan.
Oh. Ang ginagawa lang naman niya, go with the flow. Zubiri, mataas. Pinay, nag-jump na malaki. No? Ang laki ng jump niya. Parang barely top 20 siya last time. Mark Villar, yun!
Tahimik yun lang, di ba? Pero nandyan sa
Nakita mo yung billboard niya sa may malapit sa Mega Mall, yung sa kabila, parang Star Mall ba yan? Yung
sa kanila eh. Oo, ang daya.
Galing
Ilan ang mall nila?
So, parang 3,000 bridges, 4,000 roads, mga ganun. Siyempre, pag mga critics nila, 4,000 grabbed house, 6,000 land grab, mga ganun, 7,000 kalabaw grab. Ang dali niyang, pero ang galing. Sorry na, Madam Villar, baka pagalitan tayo ni Mami. Alam mo na, Riza Ontiveros, doing well, in fairness. For Akbayan, for siya lang talagang leftist, progressive na ang taas.
Progressive na. And from Lenny's camp, siya yung highest, no?
Yes. 36%. So she's actually statistically tied with Mark and Binay and Jojo, no? And then Jingoy, wow, ang taas rin ni Jingoy, number 9. Yun! Robin Padilla! Alam mo, Kabagyo boy ko yan. Tapos SLU boy side din yan, mga purong lahat ng tito ko, cousin ko, lahat boy side ng SLU. Talagang mga mga Robin Padilla style lahat.
Idol ko talaga din yan nung bata. Dinalo ko pa yan sa Muntinlupa nung nag-field trip kami. Di ba nung nakakulong siya?
Bigyan mo siya ng cream? Facial cream?
Nung nakakulong siya. Sino number 11 and 12?
Si Noli. Why is he there? So sinama pa rin siya.
So
itong interesting, no? So yung number 1 in 2016, he's now number 12, si Joel Villanueva, no? So that's quite some. So he's a little bit tricky in situation niya at 16 million votes. Taas ng number. Remember, parang si Dalima 13 million votes lang yata sila or something no, nakakapasok sila ngayon 16 million na yung parang cut off, no? Taas, bro.
Sino yung number 13 kasi wala naman si Kabayan
Si JV. So tayo sila ni JV actually. Tapos Dick Gordon still in the mix. Sherwin not doing as well, no? Gatchalians. I'm quite surprised kasi mainit ang mga Gatchalians, di ba? A few years ago.
Rex was always in the news. Tapos
yeah. And was Rex the spokesman of Poe? Which brother was it? Sorry.
I don't remember na.
Di ba one of the brothers? I think Rex was the Tapos kasi sa TV Patrol dati in-interview ko tapos biglang nagkamali ako kay Sherwin tapos kinorek pa ako ni sino yung host na yan? Yung isa, yung nasa TV5 na ngayon? Yung kasama ni Noli. Basta alam mo yun. Yan. Tapos, Herbie. Si Mayor. Mayor Herbie, andyan pa rin. Si Greg Honasan. Greg Honasan, still in the mix. And Sonny Trillanes.
Okay.
De Lima, Chel Jokno. Back to back tong tatlo. So, itong mga malalapit. So, Riza is really doing the best among opposition. Well, I mean, I would say, okay, let me paraphrase it. The original liberal opposition. Kasi sinama si Jojo Binay at si Migs, no? And Cheese, no? But she's the number 4, I think, among the opposition slate ni Lenny. Not bad, no? So medyo nahihirapan pa rin si Chel, no? Kasi bro, 16 million.
Kasi too many familiar names
Yeah, parang mas mahirap pa yata tong race Parang nung 2016 ang dali comparatively, no? So Joel was able to even top it. I'm not underestimating it. I'm just saying like grabe ang
Pero remember Joel has yung di ba yung sa kanilang channel nandun yung mga ABS-CBN shows.
Pero remember bro, it was the Testa also. Ang ganda ng interview na yung Testa tsaka yung mga volunteers na. Kaya sabi ko pag mag-cabinet ako, gusto ko Testa. Honestly, nung time sabi ko, mamaya na ako mag-DFA. Testa, bigyan mo sa akin, bigyan ako ng trabaho sa tao. No, because galing yung messaging. Taas ang tingin ko dun sa campaign niya tsaka yung volunteer programs. I think Joel really did well, no? Okay, he was very successful. And then Gibo. So Gibo is still in the mix. Wait lang, did Gibo run at all?
Yeah, PRP. Party ni Miriam. Yeah.
Okay. And then Neri, I think Neri has improved, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's not high, but Neri has improved. Kasi di ba yung block vote ng makabayan is like supposed to be what? 3 to So you go ganito Trillanes is 12 million point 7, so almost 13 million. He's number 18. Suddenly De Lima is only 7 million. I mean, ang layo, bro.
Layo.
Ang layo. So essentially, yung hanggang number 18 talaga yung very competitive. And then once it goes to number 19 onwards, ang layo, bro. So
pero ito yan ang problema diyan. Ito na yung problema diyan. Merong isang slot na naman na mukhang masisilat na naman, mababawasan yung mga available slots. Ngayong nag-file na kanina,
si Tatay!
Of
course!
Mahirap na, mababawasan pa ng available slots.
Tapos bigla matalo si Tatay noon. Hindi naman. Hindi. Parang imposible yata.
Parang imposible. Pero syempre,
but no, I'm not saying he's sure shot top 5. I mean, I won't be surprised. He might not even do that.
But I'll be surprised if he doesn't win.
Top 12 kaya, but top 3 not necessarily. I don't know. I would be very surprised kung matalo niya si Tulfo. No? Yun lang.
I thought na dahil sa pagtaas ni Bongbong, Gadon would place higher. Pero hindi din nagtatranslate pa, no?
Wala. Si Gadon,
hindi nagtatranslate hanggang sa kanya, no?
Okay, let's finish the slate para hindi tayo unfair, no? So, and then we have Neri, and then we have Monsur del Rosario III.
That's surprising, Monsur,
Right, still in the mix.
May chance,
Manny Piñol, Sal Panelo, okay? Probably he's gonna get more votes this time than his last Senate run, right? Yung mga billboards niya, yung fashion niya, probably nag-work, Panelo or Panalo. Mark Oleta, interestingly.
Ang baba. I would expect him to do better, yung mga DDS votes.
But Mark Oleta is really a kind of an LGU, local government stalwarts. I don't know, like there's some
but he's the main face of the anti-ABS-CBN movement. Yun naman siya. So,
but maybe that's the reason.
Hindi, yung that's the DDS that's the main of the DDS.
Hindi na-translate Mukhang hindi na-capture their imagination. I don't know, bro. Maybe dahil hindi siya from Davao or Ilocos, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. And then of course we have our good friend Samira Gotok. Of course, you know, we're non-partisan, but of course, let's just be honest, you know, we believe she's one of the best candidates, one of the best to do it. So Samira is at around 2.5 million, so she still has to make some moves there. And then Ray Langit, and then meron kang Teddy Bagilat, Liberal Party, right, at 1.6 million. And then Carl Balita, and then si Belgica. Okay, so Belgica is running. Okay, and then sorry again. I mean, I'm so focused with Tatay. Sorry.
Siya yung nag-ano kanina kay Tatay, siya yung nag-file ng senatorial.
I know him very. I know him. Sorry, I didn't know he's gonna. So I think Facebook friend pa nga kami. Let me double check. And then John Castriciones, right? So, and then we have undecided. So, bro, ang layo ng number 18 and then onward. So, ang labanan so far. I mean, again, a lot can change, but 4 million, 5 million votes is a lot, bro. I'm just saying. Na boom, di ba? Yung bump. So the fight is close essentially from Robin, but no, not Robin. Essentially from Herbert Bautista to Trillanes, very close yan, right? They're around 13, 14 million. So I think still things can change. Well, Noli Castro is gonna move out, right? So mag-move up si JV. So papasok si JV more or less sa Magic 12, except andyan si Tatay, right? Man, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be crazy. And damning, this is a very diverse crowd. But honestly, bro, I'm a little bit surprised Chelly's not doing better because his awareness level should be very high by now, right? I mean, kasi yun yung concern ko. Kasi last time, his awareness were like 30, 35, 40%, mga ganun. And he was doing well. Like parang awareness mo 35%, and then yung convertibility mo is like biglang 15% nakuha mo. So like 2-1, which is it's a good ratio. Yung iba, 100% si Mar Rojas, tapos like ang baba nung conversion, di ba? Ito, ang taas eh. So I was thinking na that logic means that as his awareness increases, his favorability will expand. So I don't know. Hindi nga siya nagpi-pink, 'di ba? Nag-green pa rin siya or something like that. I don't know.
Pero I think pag it still comes down to mga television ads eh.
Yun nga
and that's still the
well, let's see. Yeah, let's see. Especially sa mga yun nga yung tama yung sinabi mo bro sa Cebu eh, yung mga bit-bit na probinsya na vote reach, but it's just, we don't hear much because of understandable reasons, but they're gonna be a big factor. So you're absolutely right. So kulang pa sa groundwork.
Unless you're going to make a lot of news na talagang
correct.
Diba? Correct. Television lang yung ibang ibang way pa to reach them eh.
So that means may limitation pa rin ng social media. I mean, no offense to you or us, right?
It gives you a good base to start with.
Yeah, but it's not sufficient. It's just
not sufficient for you to win.
Or sometimes an indicator, right? Na if you're moving in the right direction, but still the air war is very important. Yung TV, right? Ground war is very important.
Ground war is also
So hindi lang social media war, yung SOCMED war. So you really need to move on all three fronts. So I think that's a lesson I can get from the still relatively it's still relatively uninspiring numbers, I would say. I'm sorry, I didn't use the right term. Sorry, windang na ako. Let's say relatively how should I put it? Okay, anyways, let's go na. Let's go. Sorry na, I mean, my God, windang na ako, no. Let's go to the
this weekend
of the day or the week or the weekend, right? Which is the Squid Game Pilipinas.
Crazy. Talagang
sige bro,
yung Sabado,
impression and your feelings through it all. Pakisabi.
Yung Sabado, it started nung Saturday. When Sarah finally announced na she was running for VP. Akala ko sa Lunes pa. I thought today pa siya mag-announce. She announced early on Saturday. She was running for VP under kay Bongbong Marcos. Right. So ako syempre dun sa aking vlog, I would always say na merong rift, merong between the Dutertes and the Marcoses. Parang yung after that happened, parang sinasabi sa akin ng mga viewers, mali ka naman pala eh. Hindi naman pala magkaaway nag-VP lang din kay Bongbong. So parang gano'n. So parang medyo na ko na parang paano ko ba to. Tapos after a few hours,
Bongo bigla.
doon na yung yung kay Bongo expected pa eh, naaakyat na presidente. Pero yung when si Digong na mismo, when sinabi nila Andanar that Digong was going to run for VP. Doon na. Sabi ko, finally yan na. That's what I've been trying to say. Na President Duterte doesn't want to turn over the keys of Malacanang to Bongbong. Yan na, sa kanya na mismo galing. And pagkatapos, the following day, yung interview kay Banat Bay, na natawag pa niya na pro-communist or kung ano man yon.
Grabe yun, di ba?
Grabe, di ba?
Sinama niya kay Lenny, parang para sila ni Lenny.
Pareha sila ni Lenny.
Yeah,
yun na. So,
tapos si Parlade tumakbo bigla.
Yun pa.
Anti-NPA, shockers.
Hindi, natinira si Bongo. Diba? So mapapaisip ka tuloy. Kung ano yung motivation behind that. Na bakit mo tinitira si Bongo?
Correct.
Diba? So, ayun. So today, ngayong araw, we were expecting na fireworks o pero wala masyadong nangyari today.
God talaga eh. Kasi andun ako bro, until 5 lang, pas 5 nagka-countdown na kami, but yung mga supporters ni Sarah, yung Bongo, sobrang disappointed sila. Tapos yung tagapagsalita ng grupo nila Sarah All, sabi niya, hintayin po natin yung announcement galing kay Mayora mismo, hanggang May, anything can happen. So, mukhang umaasa pa rin sila na may gagawin na naman silang kakaiba, no? But wala, bro. I think the ship has really sailed. I've been saying that for weeks. Last month ko pa sinabi, Marcos has really consolidated the position, no? His position as the candidate of the political right in the Philippines, however you want to define it. And reluctantly for Duterte's side as really their number one bet. There's Bongo there, and I think Bongo is there precisely because Duterte doesn't want to just rely on the Marcoses. He still wants one of his own, right, in the race. But Bongo is not Sara. At the same time, of course, di ba sinabi natin, never underestimate Bongo And definitely Duterte is not underestimating Bongo, di ba?
Kasi before 'di ba, Bongo was starting parang to grow na doon sa VP race eh. He was starting to get momentum na eh.
May momentum na siya eh.
So hindi din pero ito nga syempre ang kalaban na niya this time si Bongbong Marcos din.
Ang hirap din
so he is not the person na kayang hatiin yung Pero if there's one thing lang for the presidential balls, the other presidential balls na hindi si Bongbong o si Bongo, ang good thing lang na makukuha mo diyan, at least hindi nagsama yung kasikatan ni Bongbong at yung makinarya ni Bongo.
Yeah.
Yun na lang.
Game over na yan. Parang game over na yan pag nangyari yan.
Oo, pag nagkasama pa yun. Yun na lang doon ka na lang magpapasalamat. At least, 'di ba? Kasi kung kasing lakas ka na ni Bongbong tapos may makinarya ka pa, 'di ba? May ka pa. So, yun. So, at least hiwalay yun. So, tingnan natin kung merong moves na gagawin. Tapos, ayun. Tapos, gusto ko lang din sabihin itong kay Banat Bay. Of course, syempre, Banat Bay and Mocha.
Shout out.
Hindi, syempre, nahilitan sila, lalo from the opposition side. Diba? Sinasabihan sila fake news. Pero ito, I told him, parang sinabi ko sa video ko kahapon, na yung ginawa niya, whether you like Banat Bay or hindi, pero what he did was a great thing for us vloggers. Parang naiangat niya na posible pala yon.
Nag-scoop siya.
Oo, na Duterte didn't go for the mainstream media. He went to his biggest vlogger. Tapos doon na lang kumuha yung mainstream.
Mocha, right? Sorry, I mean, I'm not trying to belittle vloggers, but this is the thing. He has always been with vloggers. He doesn't
pero with an issue this big.
Right.
Diba?
Definitely. I mean, that was like big, attacking Bongbong like that.
Diba? So, yun. So, yun ang naano ko lang din doon. And of course, isa ding nag-substitute din kanina, like I said, yung si Eliazar.
So now we see why he was doing all of those PR.
Pahigot sa
Magaling.
Yun. So, yun ang iyan sa kanya. Pero a lot of people like him din. Kasi he's really good in social media. Pinuntahan ko siya last Sunday.
Pro naman siya, di ba? I mean, he's much more professional than a lot of... No, I mean, he's more professional than other, some of the other PNP chiefs we have. More methodical, more systematic,
wala akong marinig na mga negative masyado about
Hindi siya sabog.
More on the positive, disiplinado and straight arrow. So yun.
PMA, right?
Yeah.
PMA.
So last kahapon, it was my first time to attend Ping Soto event.
Okay.
Yeah, sa Pampanga. I attended just for the press con ni Eliazar. Kasi si Eliazar din, kasama din sa listahan ko.
Oh, interesting. So Eliazar is with the Soto team?
Yeah.
Not with the PDP Laban no?
No. Tatlo yang sa kilaping na tatlo yang kilaping na senatorial ball So one is Monsur, tapos yung dalawa hindi masyadong kilala. One of them is a friend. Monsur del Rosario. Na number 22, di ba? And yung dalawa hindi masyadong kilala. One of them is my friend, si Pawi. Siya yung pinalitan ni Eliazar.
So nag-replacement candidate siya.
Sumakto kasi yung kanyang retirement sa November 13.
Yun nga parang, wait, retire na pala siya. Parang ganun yan.
Birthday niya nung November 13.
Right, saktong-sakto.
Saktong-sakto. So, kasi
meant to be.
Yun nga I interviewed him mga 3 months ago, mga ganun. Right. So, parang pinitingnan na yan. Tapos, nung nakita ko nga, November 13 yung retirement niya. Tapos, 15 yung deadline. Yun na yun. Diba? So, yun na yun.
Habang nagkadrama sila Duterte, birthday naman yun Saturday.
Yun. Birthday niya nung Tapos nung Friday, he was able to turn over na to the next PNP chief. Diba? So, si Eliazar, kasama din yan sa ko. Aside from Tatay Hari. So, Batay Roque, Eliazar. Ano yan?
Tulfo, Robin Padilla.
Tulfo. Yung tatlong yun. Si Robin Padilla, di pa.
Hindi si Tatay. Tatakbo na si Tatay.
He doesn't need my help. Okay na siya.
Wow!
Okay na
Bakit
naman
si
siya.
Tulfo? Well, I
si
mean,
Tulfo naman team YouTube so I will help any team YouTube.
Kasi yung power quad na gusto ni Tata is Bong or Bongbong, either any of them. Of course, super first preference pa rin si Bongo over Bongbong as president. Sara vice president. Siya Senate president, and then Arroyo Speaker of the House.
Ito tanong ko sa iyo, Richard, with President Duterte lang. Do you think yung kanyang hirit kay Bongbong kahapon was a one-off? Or do you think that's the start na of more hirit, more attacks on the Marcoses or Bongbong? Anong tingin mo? Anong basa mo?
Well, Duterte is a guy who doesn't have a plan but is good in hedging his bets, no? So I think kung basa niya later on is wala talagang hope si Bongo, then I think he might try to make nice with Bongbong. But I think so long as he feels na may chance si Bongo against Bongbong, he will throw pot shots and try to bring down Bongbong in one way or another. No, I don't buy this conspiracy theory of disqualifying Marcos, blah, blah, blah. You know, Marcos now having around 40-50% based on some surveys. You know, you don't want to piss off that kind of guy. He has a lot of momentum, wind in his wings, no? And the Marcoses are, you know, they're going to get back at you. I mean, Duterte already has so many enemies. Does he want to make an enemy out of the Marcoses too? I mean, he already has center, left enemy. He wants to have also on his right side. So it will be a little bit crazy and politically suicidal, I would say. But clearly, Duterte does not trust the Marcoses to replace him. I think that is really the drama here. He really wanted Sara to run for presidency, but Sara read the writing on the wall. Tatay, wala na. Talagang sila na yung next na big, di ba? They used to be the big one anyway, and now it's their time again in a sense. So I think Sara, and I think
that shift happened when she quit for the first time
Nung wala she quit na, the race yung momentum nawala na. Kaya nasabi ko bro di ba? Yung substitution everyone was expecting, medyo more twisted lang than we thought with the Bongo and all of that. And then like, wait, biglang mag-presidential pala si Sara, but obviously yung mga, I mean, I have a lot of friends na from Malacanang, etc. So I could see on their FB, they really wanted Sara to run for the presidency. So they were really, really disappointed with this. But I think Sara was convinced by Arroyo and some of the other stalwarts, like, no, Bongbong is in this 100%. And sorry, the momentum is with him. You rather bet on him rather than go against him. So I think Sara is very practical, sensible.
She's still young.
Yeah. She's still young. She's still young. She still has many fights to fight, right? You want to play the long game, right? While si Tata, I think, is still under this illusion. Maybe Bongo has a role here that saying, kaya pa rin. Di ba, si Bongo, pinagtawanan lang nung tumakbong for Senate. Di ba, sabi ni Duterte, pasenado natin, jokingly. And then guess what? He's number 3. So I think Duterte feels he can still pull off the same magic, except this is not 2019, and except ang kalaban mo is Marcos, and except this is not a Senate race, this is a presidential. You can only get one vote. You cannot vote multiple candidates. So the dynamic is very different. But, you know, Duterte really wants Bong. So Duterte is essentially doing plan A, C, D, all of them at the same time, right? Wala desperado siya. So I think this is a reflection of weakness on the side of Tatay Digong, no? But let me also be very honest about this, bro. This is also a reflection of low respect this president has for the COMELEC and our electoral institutions. I don't want to use certain words, but clearly, to put it politely, this is a brazen mockery, right, of the electoral substitution rules. Sana hindi mangyari ulit yan every 6 years or every 3 years. I mean, sabi ko kung ganun na lang, iba na lang yung date ng registration for admin, iba na yung date ng registration for opposition. Kasi 90% yata na nag-replacement today were all admin. Yeah, may mga opposition there and there. But let's be honest, parang halos lahat admin lang yung nagre-replace. So, like, if ganun lang naman, di mag-ano na kayo, sariling lane na kayo, di ba? May sariling date, November 15 for admin, October 10 for opposition. I don't know. Parang talaga yung mga klase na, na ginawa nilang Squid Game na post-suspense. But at the end of the day, I mean, bro, I'll just be honest. Did this improve Duterte's position in any significant way? No. I don't think there's any long-term strategic gain. No one totally surprised, and many people just got annoyed. Even si Bongbong, di ba nakita mo yung quote niya? Parang they're making a game mess out of this subject. Even Bongbong nainis siya. So I don't think this was a smart, but this is the risk Duterte is running. If he pisses off the Marcoses and really thinks Bongo can win, even though Bongo may not have the chance or as much as Sara, then he might even make an enemy of the Marcoses. What if Bongbong runs and then Bongbong says, ayoko i-protect ka, bahala ka sa buhay mo, di ba? remember, senators do not have immunity from heinous crimes, right? So should Duterte come under attack, right, for crimes against humanity, etc., he's going to be in trouble. And if he doesn't do very well and hindi sila position and all. So I don't think it's going to be kind of a straightforward yun nga see how far we went. June, July, Duterte shoe in. Now parang both Duterte's kind of parang bongo na lang eh. And just to end on this point, because we are gonna have another episode to discuss, kasi Marcos na yung big issue ngayon eh. He's really the guy, right, to beat, no? My other thing is that Bongo being in the race at least has one utility for the opposition, is that there's going to be a Bongo Pacquiao wall in Mindanao, right? Not the sturdiest wall, not the Sara wall, hindi Sara all wall, but I think maybe large enough to make sure Bongbong will not pick up the Sara numbers there, right? So Sara, of course, as being the de facto vice president of the different party, will try to kind of endorse Bongbong. But if Bongo is still in the game, and Pacquiao is the game, I think medyo mahirapan si Bongbong to really surge 10 points, 20, double digit. He will gain in Mindanao for sure, but I don't think it's going to be as much. So that's the utility of Bongo for the opposition. Kaya nga parang ginagawa ni Tatay is parang ginawa rin ni late President Aquino. Parang he had essentially two, of course not exactly the same, but in a sense that, di ba, Aquino also had two essentially candidates, both Poe and ano. Here naman, sobrang mas malakas si, of course, yung double bong dun sa single bong, right? Talagang double bong literally. But in Mindanao, that could make it hard for Bongbong. Kasi I think if Bongbong really gets Mindanao in a big way, right? Checkmate na yan. I mean, it's just close to impossible to beat that guy. But with Bongo there and Pacquiao still there, I think the game is still fluid. Not as much as a Sara split with Marcos, but it's still fluid enough. But obviously, we're going to have a different episode really going to break this down, kasi we really have to also analyze what's up with Marcos, which we have been saying, right, for multiple episodes. Ang lakas nila Marcos, no? Not only in social media, they have the ground war, they have the air war, they have the resources, they have the momentum, and they have the sense of urgency. Imelda is 92. She cannot wait another 6 years. Maybe Enrile can wait, but not Imelda, right? So let's be clear about that. Do you have some points, bro, before we wrap up this Squid Game edition?
Yeah, yun naman. Maybe siguro review na yung substitution ruling na yan para hindi naaabuso in the future elections. Yun lang.
Yun lang. I mean, of course, substitution should be there if God forbid something, you know, unfortunate happened to a candidate. Ano. Pero yung parang ganyan na parang nilalaro.
Maybe include names when you file. Kunyari, when I file, October, di ba? I'll include names. If I don't push through, ito yung possible replacement sa akin. Maybe something ganun. Or any,
before we end, anong mangyayari kay Bato?
As the senator.
Ano yung reward ni Bato? Kaya for, nakita mo yung picture ni Bato, nagbibit-bit siya ng mga gamit ni Sara. Or something like, only in the Philippines, senators, taga-bit-bit of a mayo. Nakita mo yung picture niya nung pumunta silang tapos, Bato na naka-scarf siya, ganun. Tapos may apat siyang mga, ano mo yung mga, ano lang, mga bench, mga ganun. Oh my God, only in the Philippines talaga.
Bato is a loyal soldier. Who knows, malay natin in the future. Baka mayor of Davao.
People dream their own dreams, right? Maybe not now, but you never know, right? So let's see what will. Baka si Bato biglang magpulaga, no? Things can happen. Any final notes?
He needs to reinvent himself if ever. Diba? If ever Bongo doesn't win next year, kung sino, kahit sino yung he needs to reinvent. So
ano kaya pwede sa kanya? Aside from
it's really funny, in fairness to Bato.
So you mean saying comedian?
Yeah.
Remember, bro, he could be actually imprisoned by ICC. I'm just saying, man. He was at the forefront of drug war. I mean, I don't want to really laugh about this because this guy actually oversaw the drug war. So I'm saying, if they're going to go after Duterte, he's going to be first because he was more on the front line of that very bloody and I would say stupidly mindless war. I'm all for drug war. I'm just not for stupid wars, right? Dumb wars like that. So again, I'm sorry for saying this. So, you know, Bato could be actually in trouble, right? So, I think he's joking around, but he also knows. Remember, nawalan nga siya ng visa, di ba? Sa US. Yun nga yung issue. So he's very vulnerable. So he needs to stay in power and really reinvent himself to survive in that sense. No? Kasi yun yung downside ng loyal soldier. You'll be the fall guy, right? So let's see. PA mayor naman siya. May PhD naman siya. So I'm sure he's thinking naman about these things. Any last points, bro? Grabe, napagod tayo dito. Grabe, this is it, man. I mean, I'm all for drama, pero toxic na to eh. Alam mo yung mga toxic relationship? Alam mo yung parang masaya siya, tapos may makeup time kayo, pero talagang toxic pa rin eh. Yung pagod ka na after. Yung gano'n, yung parang the next day, bakit ba ako sa relasyon na to? Alam mo yung gano'n? Yung hindi siya boring, pero parang mas gusto ko na boring. Ibalik ang boring sa Pilipinas. I know this is good for, junkies like us in a sense that it gives us material. But I'm really not happy for the mental health. Kumbaga, kung yung Dolomite mo is good for mental health, I think this is really bad for mental health. Yun lang masasabi ko. Kaya kailangan natin bumalik sa Dolomite. Sana ibuksan yung Dolomite sooner than later. Oh, yan. Mabait na ako, bro. Di na kita binabash. Alright. Maraming salamat, guys. This was our Squid Game PI episode. The substitution candidacy circus a la Duterte. Right? Maraming salamat. And next, we're going to discuss Bongbong Marcos, the candidate to beat in 2022 elections, at least so far. Maraming salamat. Join us on Project Pilipinas.